Okay, this last video is going to show you how you can make these letters stand out against the background, because right now it's hard to read, right? So once you sort of commit to where you want these letters to be, you can go ahead now and simplify these layers by right-clicking and go to Simplify Layer. You can select a bunch of them, I believe, and simplify. And if you also want to, if you're sure you're not moving them around, you can go ahead and merge layers. That's assuming that you want all the effects and stuff that we're going to be applying to the letters to affect all the letters, and I do. So I'm going to merge all the layers. All right. So for one thing, I can't see a lot of like the black, and in some areas I can't see the blue real well. One way that you can fix this really easily, and it looks pretty cool, is if you go to your layer style settings, and if you put, let's say, a drop shadow on it, or especially a glow, an outer glow, you can change the color to just white, pure white, and if you put a little glow on it, you can see already it really enhances the look. So if I don't want the drop shadow, if you can see the difference with it or without it. So that's one thing. Also, beveling it really looks pretty cool too. And you don't have to bevel every single word. You know, again, if you wanted to, let's say, just bevel the words books and soul, you can do that at this point. What you would do is you would select books from this layer, right-click Layer via Cut, so books becomes its own layer. Double click, and you just want to bevel that. Okay. Now you can always double click on the FX over here, and you can take away some of the effects like that. Okay. So I want soul, and I want books to have a beveled edge. So right now I took soul and isolated it. I'm going to click on FX, and I'm going to put a bevel on there. Alright, so already that looks quite a bit better. Another thing you can do is you can even change the background. Right now the background is just you know, pure color. You know, the color that the photo was taken. What you can do is you can, instead of putting, like, let's say, a filter on it, what I can do is unlock the layer, and if I go to Hue Saturation, Command U, and colorize it, I can make it not so much a black and white. I mean, if I wanted to make a black and white image, I can just bring down the saturation, but if I wanted it to have sort of a color, you know, red might be best fitting, I can go ahead and make the modifications as I see fit. So they still look like books. So again, that's another way that you can make it pretty much stand out. So you can imagine, you know, what the difference was between what it looks like now and what it looked like before. You can definitely see the words better, but you also want to be able to see what the picture is in the background. Okay? So you don't want to make too many changes to it where you can't even see what's going on in the background. You want a nice balance. One last thing. I'm going to combine these layers together again, all the text. And you can slightly kick down the opacity. Like if it's, you know, you want the image to be seen through, you can make them a little bit see-through. Alright, and that'll help it along too. So you have a couple of choices depending on what your image is. I do want to see some layer styles applied to it, like a glow or a beveled edge or even a stroke or something like that. To your text. You don't have to necessarily do anything to the background, but the idea is you want to be able to see the letters in front. You want to be able to see the words in front. Alright, so have fun.